If some of these wackos came along, these liberal singers said, actually vote for me. They all vote for me. They say, oh, Trump, I don't know. Like Bruce Springsteen. We have a much bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen, right? Much bigger. I'm sure he's a nice guy. How about Chris Christie? You say, I love Bruce Springsteen, and then they used to throw him out of the concert. When somebody throws you out of a concert, you shouldn't love them. You sort of say, I don't like that music, right? You remember him saying that, then they threw him out of the concert. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken before was that day, and I'll tell you, it's very hard to find a picture of that crowd. You see the picture of a small number of people relatively going to the Capitol, but you never see the picture of the crowd. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken, I've spoken to the biggest crowds. Nobody's spoken to crowds bigger than me. If you look at Martin Luther King, when he did his speech, his great speech, and you look at ours, same real estate, same everything, same number of people, if not, we had more. And they said he had 1 million people, but I had 25,000 people. But when you look at the exact same picture, and everything's the same because it was the fountains, the whole thing, all the way back to from Lincoln to Washington, and you look at it, and you look at the picture of his crowd, my crowd, we actually had more people.
Okay, so we are going to let you see the crowds. I know that's why a lot of you love to watch, is to see the crowds, and the crowds are here. You can always depend on Right Side Broadcasting Network to show you the people. So we're going to let you see the crowds, and we'll be right back.
Donald Trump is obsessed with crowd size, and the energy that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are bringing to their campaign has him absolutely spiraling.
And you said Harris's crowd sizes were AI and that there weren't people there. There's all kinds of video evidence and people who were there who have proven that false. Can you tell us about why you made that claim?
Well, I can't say what was there, who was there. I can only tell you about ours. We have the biggest crowds ever in the history of politics. We have crowds that nobody's ever seen before, and we continue to have that. We have a level of enthusiasm that nobody's seen before. They want to make America great again. That's what's happening. We're going to make it great again. Right now, we have a failing nation. We're in a failing nation.
Crowds are his thing. He's obsessed with the applause and the adoration, because for him, this is all about fame.
Mike Pompeo here yesterday talked about how the right shouldn't follow celebrity leaders, those with fragile egos who refuse to acknowledge reality. Was he talking about you? Do you have a response?
No, I don't think he was talking about me. I don't consider myself a celebrity leader. I consider myself a leader of the country, but I don't consider myself a celebrity leader. I didn't do this for celebrity. Maybe it helped me get elected, who knows, but I don't consider that. I consider myself a person that was president for 4 years, and we had record business, record employment. We had the strongest economy in history. And I really did it twice because we then got hit by the China virus, and I had to rebuild it again, and I gave over a stock market that was higher than just before the virus came in. So, no, I don't think so. I can't imagine he was talking about it.
But for now, clearly this momentum is behind her. And these massive crowds she's getting are clearly getting under Donald Trump's skin. He's been pushing this false conspiracy theory that she is using artificial intelligence to create fake images of the crowd. That, of course, is false. I've been at these rallies. They are drawing thousands of people, and it is a kind of new momentum that the Democratic Party has not seen in years. And so you've seen Trump really struggle to pivot his campaign to try and go after her and focus on the core issues like the economy and immigration. Instead, he's been going after her identity and issues like these crowd sizes, which many Republicans do not want him to do. Even voters I've spoken to are supporters of his, say that Trump should be focused on the issues like the economy and immigration.
Trump and J.D. Vance here. We know, I've been talking about J.D. Vance's net negative favorability rating. That is, more people view him unfavorably than favorably. Donald Trump has the same thing. I will point out this is among the higher numbers for Trump, but still, he's underwater here at -7 points. Jump over to the Democratic side with me, if you will. Take a look here. Kamala Harris is actually better liked by more voters than she is disliked at a +2 net favorable rating, and then Tim Walz here at a +11 rating. It's as simple as this. Politics is about being liked, and the Democratic ticket is better liked.
Trump said he draws more people than Taylor Swift, and claimed that he had a bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen. at a rally in New Jersey of all places. The lies are so easily fact-checked that I don't even want to do it anymore. It's as though he's only saying these things at this point as like a coping mechanism, working through his feelings. And it's telling that he compares his inauguration crowd to one of the most significant moments in American political history. Trump doesn't have the capacity to understand the historic or the cultural significance of either Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, the March in Washington, and so King becomes just a rival in his quest to have the biggest crowd or whatever. And that's why you know the momentum of the Harris campaign is absolutely killing him. Trump doesn't have the empathy or the intellectual curiosity required to appreciate how significant Harris's nomination is for America. And because he also has the emotional maturity of a dim-witted 6-year-old, there's a good chance he's gonna spend the rest of this campaign in a perpetual state of impotent rage. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.